Everyone, check this out. I've built a 3x3 piston door. So this is a 3x3 piston door I've designed. It's very small. It's only 2 blocks wide. It is the same. It is within like the skeleton of the pistons. Like, the pistons. It's basically the top and the sides are the smallest they could be. The only part that might be able to get shrunk a little bit would be the bottom. So this is a very small piston door. And I am going to teach you how to build it, if you want to watch, of course. So the first thing that we should probably do is put in your pistons and your door blocks. Just basically so that you know where you want to build it. So just put in your door blocks, and make sure that the place that you want the little overhang of redstone to be is opposite. Basically, it's like this. You're going to want to add 1 block here, 1 block here, and 1 block here too. Because if I break those real quick, then when I open the door, it looks like that. So you want to add some blocks there. Here, here, and here. Doesn't affect the redstone at all, so, I mean, you could leave them out, but it would look really bad, so I would suggest not doing that. These, right down here in this chest, are the supplies you'll need for this. 20 redstone dust, 10 pistons, sticky pistons. That's probably going to be the hardest one to get. 4 redstone repeaters, some building blocks, some door blocks. They can be anything, as long as they're movable. 9 observers. You're going to need some slabs. You're going to need some slabs, and you're going to need 2 target blocks. Now, let's get to building it. Okay. So, going into your lower piston, you're going to want a repeater set to 4 ticks, and then above that, you're going to want an observer. So just place down some blocks here. A repeater set to 4 ticks, and an observer. You're going to want some redstone in a triangle, in a corner shape, with a redstone repeater here set to 1 tick. Okay. Now you're going to want an observer pointing down into this redstone dust, going into the repeater, and this repeater. Okay. It should look a little something like this. Now if we go to the other side real quick, you're going to want some redstone dust on a block here, with an observer, the like powering part of the observer, facing into it. This is the observer that powers most of the machine. Then you're going to want an observer facing that way, facing outward. This is where you're going to put, this is where you would put, like, the redstone that would activate it. So you would have, like, a button right here and a little redstone line going up to the observer. And this observer fires off, and it activates this observer, which activates the machine. Back of this observer, you're going to want a block. This is solely to power this piston. Okay. Moving upward, you're going to want a block above this observer, the one that's facing into the repeater that's set to 1 tick. Most of this is just the door blocks. Yeah, that's literally the entire step for that level. You're going to want 1 redstone dust on this block, like that. You can't be like that, it has to be like this. Because that means it won't power this piston. You're going to want an observer facing into that dust. A block, whoops, didn't mean to do that. A block here with some redstone dust on top of it. You're going to want a slab right here. Boom. Some sort of block here. And a target block here. Now, in case you don't know, target blocks are really useful because they're a solid block that diverts redstone into it. Because look, normally if it was like a block of iron, the redstone would just be like that. But if it's like this, it powers the target block, diverts it into it, and it powers the target block, which powers this piston. So target blocks, really useful. You're going to want an observer facing into this redstone dust with a block on its face, on the back, and a repeater set to 1 tick on the back, coming out of the block. You're going to want a redstone dust on a block right here with a target block and an observer facing upward like that, and then 1 redstone dust there. Then you're going to want an observer. You're going to want an observer at this block next to the top piston on this side. With some redstone dust on top of it, and a block underneath it, and that should be the whole door completed. Now if I put a block here, it opens up in a spiral motion, and then I take the block away, and it closes up. And you can decorate this however you want. Basically, if you want some sort of output to it, I would suggest a wooden button with some sort of pulse extender. If you're not super savvy with redstone, there are plenty of tutorials online. I haven't made one myself, but pulse extenders are really simple. And that is the whole tutorial done. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Please subscribe. The channel's doing pretty well right now. It's still very small, but thanks for watching.